Hello and welcome to the new episode of Full Funnel B2B Marketing Podcast. This is your host, Andrei Zinkiewicz, and today we have a new case study which I want to discuss with Dmytro Kustov, who is Chief Marketing Officer at Postindustria. I had the pleasure to work with Dima last year, and together we launched ABM and LinkedIn demand generation campaign that generated 9 sales qualified opportunities, and from that campaign they were able to close one deal in 2020, and there are two very good, let's say, closed opportunities in 2021. So we want to dive in and describe all the details, all the behind the scenes of these campaigns, and share the takeaways so you guys can implement the same things in your business, or if you are considering launching account-based marketing or LinkedIn demand generation, you can just hear the practical takeaways from a person who was in trenches. So Dima, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Andrei. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to talk with you about this very important for us and for me personally topic, because it really helps us a lot. And like you said, it helps us not only to acquire some clients, but it also helps us to build our marketing to make it stronger. And it's really important thing for us.
And I'm super happy to discuss this topic with you because, first of all, let me quickly introduce Postindustria, your company. So basically, before we started to work, it was a company that operated, let's say, on a very broad, very competitive market, software development. And the key idea before our collaboration, or basically when we started, was to narrow down the focus. And now you guys are AdTech experts, and you help companies make monetization solutions loved by top publishers through the most trendy technologies. So this is, you became actually the niche expert, and I believe that was this key repositioning also impacted the results of your LinkedIn demand generation program. So I want to ask the first question. Why did you decide to launch the demand generation program on LinkedIn and start account-based marketing operations?
Okay, all start from the point that we trying to find what's for our site is the most powerful, where is our expertise, and the main thing which we are expert in is an ad tech. Okay, we was an ad tech experts before our ABM, of course, but nobody know about it because we was like a general software solution company and stuff like that. That's why we decided to show our expertise, and we have a case study. We have a very good partner in this niche, OpenX. They still are working with us. We are growing with them. We are growing our business, and we even have new project with this company. That's why we have a very good relationship with them. We show our expertise with them. They can approve anything what we will tell about the ad tech. That's why we choose the ad tech niche. But the main thing here is money, of course, and we understand that the average cost of contract in the ad tech is really high, and even 1 or 2 contracts could be for us very important. That's why we decide to attract a few new companies from the ad tech niche. And we decide that ABM is a good tool for this purpose. That's why I believe that's the main reason.
Got it. So basically it was all about the focus. So you wanted to acquire better clients, and basically clients from this specific market, from AdTech market. And yeah, obviously account-based marketing helped to narrow down the focus and basically tailor your entire marketing message to these specific accounts. So you became a natural solution for their needs. And one of the things we were working on, so besides, let's say, besides the focus on account-based prospecting and activation, we launched as a warm-up, let's say, as a warm-up campaign, we launched the demand generation on LinkedIn. So optimizing LinkedIn profiles, creating a dedicated content strategy. And, you know, most companies, they have this client-centric, company-centric mindset. So they think, okay, if I'm going to share any content on LinkedIn, who'd be listening to me? You know, how can I generate opportunities? Because there is no clear attribution. You know, I post the content, so like if I don't have a huge network, if I'm not a Gary Vee, you know, how can I grab this attention? How can I generate these opportunities? So what inspired you? And basically, let's focus on this program. How did you launch it step by step?
Oh, okay. I will answer the second question because it's shorter. I was inspired, first of all, the most inspiring moment for me was the first moment when one of our potential clients answer and start to communicate with us. It was a very big company with very big budget, and they just, okay, let's have a call. I think I like your idea. I like this message. I like what you guys do. I just check it, and I think we can discuss it. Let's book a meeting. And it was like, wow, it's even possible. It's so easy. It's a working strategy because this company is much more bigger than we are. And they are very big fish in the AdTech market. But now let me answer from the first question. At first, we built a list of our potential companies. It was a very long list. Now I understand that it should be shorter. It was like 30 or maybe even 50 companies. We find at least 3 decision makers per company. Of course, at first we understand who are decision maker in our business. It was chief technical officers, it was product managers. In some companies, it was founders and CEO. It depends of how exactly structure of their company are working and how exactly they perform their business. And after we build a list of, I believe, maybe 200 persons in LinkedIn, we choose 3 persons from our company who would be our influencers, who would be our main people whose faces we will show to our clients. It was our CTO, it was our CEO, and it was me. Because I have a background in AdTech and I know something about this industry, that's why it was also me. And we start to post some content, some AdTech technical content in our personal profiles, but our only idea was that we should make our profiles looks professional, like an expert who are deeply in AdTech, who are interested in AdTech, who are talking about AdTech. And after we posted 2 or 3 posts, after we changed our descriptions, our headlines, and everything in our profiles, we start to add some of our decision makers. But one of the most important thing was that before that, we start a LinkedIn performance marketing ad campaign. We start a PPC campaign in LinkedIn, which was targeted only at our at a list of our targeted companies, only at companies which we're interested in. And when after 2 weeks we start to outreach them, we start to connect them, and in LinkedIn we get a higher connection rate. Because when we start to communicate with them, it was like something, okay, I don't remember where exact I know you, but I read something about you. Nobody remember where they touch with your company. They never remember, never. But they feels like, okay, I'm familiar with you. I'm not sure, but you looks like somebody who is popular in this niche, who is talking a lot. But all this stuff, it was based on our performance marketing campaign. It helps us to show that, okay, we are show our presence at the market. And after that, we start to communicate with them. We start to add not only our decision makers, but guys who can also be connected with our decision makers. And our goal, one of our goals was to build a social network of the experts, of professionals in ad tech industry. And when we start to post something about ad tech, after we build this network, all these people see our posts, and this is an additional touch to our decision makers. And I believe you need something about 3 or even 6 months to build this professional expert social network, to build this stronger, I believe it is stronger connections with your potential clients, and to create this feeling that you are part of their everyday professional life. And it costs you time, it costs you your attention, of your focused attention, and costs you of course resources of your company. But it has one additional super important bonus. When you became an expert, even if you was wrong when you identified your targeted companies, another companies are coming to you and start to communicate with you about your niche, about your work, about your services. It was our story. The companies which we had a contract with, they wasn't exactly from our targeted list. It were companies which came after we built our influencers image. It was the companies who find us and who connect us and who communicate with us, and we made a contract with them. And we are still communicating with the companies which we are connected during the ABM. We still talking with them. We still discussing some possibilities, some opportunities to work together. And I believe it's possible that we will close even more contracts with them. But in our story, in our exact case, when we built our list of targeted companies, it wasn't 100% correct. Our idea wasn't 100% correct. We built a list of companies with companies which are really need our services, but they don't need it right now. They have a long term of the they need a long period of time to understand that they are ready to implement these technological solutions. And it's a big companies. There are big companies. They have very long terms of make any solutions, and there are months and months and months. And after that, they say something like, "Okay, we are not ready to implement it in 2021. Maybe in 2023." And for us, it's like, okay, awesome. We spend a lot of money and a lot of time, and you are not ready to work with us right now. And it's a sad story, but it's an opportunity for 2023.
Yes, absolutely. So let me wrap it up and just share the key takeaways from what you have said. First of all, I feel that we need to describe the three key elements that lead to success of demand generation and ABM. First of all, it's a long-term thinking. And this is what I remember. The other day, I was listening to the podcast by Naval Ravikant, and he shared exactly the same thing. Like, if you want to succeed, you need to have this long-term thinking. Unfortunately, lots of companies have this quick win mindset. So I need to get leads right now. I need to get revenue right now. But here is my question, where you want to be. So would you like to close your business in 6 months, or would you like to become an expert and grow this business consistently? So that's the key point. So you need to devote some time to build this reputation, and basically then you see the compounding effect. Of course, when you start and you don't have, let's say, established marketing operations, you actually rely on guessworking. You make some hypotheses, but basically that's all about the learning curve. So you made a list of, let's say, accounts, you decided to focus on this industry, but then you realize that where you made the mistake, and you can improve and refine your processes. And this is what happened to you. But basically, next, we gain some indirect benefits. Aside from, let's say, sales qualified opportunities, aside from the revenue that was generated from the closed deals, you started to gain these benefits that your company is treated as an expert in this industry. That's the first thing. Secondly, other companies that were not initially in your, let's say, list of target accounts, they start reaching out to you. And that's actually the benefits of this, let's say, of this approach, because LinkedIn demand generation helps you to every day appear in the newsfeed of your target accounts. You could pay LinkedIn for this. You can pay for ads. You can pay Google. You can pay Facebook. But you need to have a huge amount, to be honest, if you want to consistently share this content, because content is a non-sales touch. Another alternative is a pure outbound mindset, when SDRs are reaching out and say, hey guys, would you like to talk to me? But basically, as you said, first of all, most people ignore this message. They simply don't reply back. That's the key point. In this case, you generate multiple opportunities because people are visiting your profiles, and that's the first, let's say, signal that you grabbed their attention. You just attracted their attention. They might visit your website. They might visit your company webpage. They might reach you out and start communication in this chat. And this is all what I call engagement triggers. And the more the more consistently you are doing this activity, the more opportunities you have in the future. And this is the compounding effect of demand generation. So these examples that you have shared are really brilliant. Let's focus on some technical aspects. Because I believe lots of people who are listening to this episode will have these questions. Who creates the content in your company?
Okay. It's an interesting question, because when I start to work with ABM, we didn't have anybody for that. But right now we have a content building, content creating process. We are working with contractors. But when we are talking about creation of content, it's not only one person who's a writer and who can write your content. No. The main thing which you need, it's an expert opinion. You should have some expert ideas which you can implement into your content. Our first content type was like, okay, we have some ideas, we have some thoughts about these AdTech trends. Let's describe them. Let's write some post about it, and we generate something about like 5 posts. Okay, but we need, I believe, 50 posts. Not a 5 of them. The next steps was, let's analyze last news of not only the industry, but the last news of our target companies, of our potential customers. And let's make some posts about their news to tag them in LinkedIn. That was one of the methods which we used. And we also made it by ourselves, but we understand we need somebody who will write a lot of content, who will write a lot of text for us. And we hire a contractor. We hire a studio, not a one contractor, it's a studio. There are, I don't know, maybe 10 writers in their studios, and they help us. We share with them our ideas, we share with them what we are going to get from them, and they post and they create content for us, and we are working with them very long term. I believe we are working with them since starting till now, and we create even more and more content every month. But you need not only a time of an expert, you need not only a time of a writer. You sometimes, if we are talking about blog posts, if we are talking about some landing page, you need a designer. You need a time of the designer who will create some images. And we thought that images should be very specific. It should be very something like infographic. It should be some rates, some numbers in these images, something very professional. But we understand that if you're using just good looking images into your post, into your blog post, it has the same effect, and it's as the same efficient as just some specific very complicated images which you are creating with a lot of numbers. People just want good looking images to help them read your content. If we are talking about some long reads, about blog posts, about some analysis, it should be just good looking. It's enough. I'm talking about it because the cost of every images would be very dramatically different. It would be dramatically different. And when we are talking about the content, the cost of the 200 pages white paper and one pager white blog post would be also dramatically different. But the one pager could be even more successful than your 200 white paper analysis of the whole market. We have both of them. We spend our time and money of both of this type of content. And that's why my idea is you shouldn't spend a lot of time at your content, but it should be interesting and good looking. And you should present it good. It should be looked like something what will really help your customer. It shouldn't be never something about your company. Nobody interested in your company. Every customer interested in a solution and in their company and their problems. That's maybe my main idea. And now, if we are talking about nowadays, we have a content manager, separate content manager, who are managing all content process. We have our writing studios. We are trying to hire our own writer. I want to hire one additional content manager, and also I want to hire additional PPC manager for LinkedIn, because it's very good idea to promote your content. It's not a main channel, never main channel, but it's very helpful, and it help you to build the whole strategy of the outreach, of the ABM, of your marketing. And of course, experts. Our engineers always share their thoughts and give their experience and give their opinions about topics which we choose. Our content manager can choose something, I don't know, maybe 20 topics. And after that, our engineers share their ideas, their opinion about these topics in very short, like 2-3 sentences per topic. And our writers they change it and they create a blog post or LinkedIn post or any other piece of content based on this exact topic and the opinion of our expert.
That's absolutely brilliant. So basically you leverage the content that was created earlier and it can be repurposed and used as a blog post or one-page document. Yeah. So that's also the, let's say, the brilliance of this approach. So first of all, you create the content, you validate it with LinkedIn audience, and then now you see the engagement, you see what resonated with the target audience, and now you can simply create a really good blog post. I mean, longer form of the content, which will resonate again with the same target audience. One quick question: if you'll take a look at your profiles, quite often you can see the engagement of other team members. How did you involve all these people, in the demand generation? Not, of course, not everybody is creating the content, but lots of people are engaging with the content. The efficiency, of course, there is a key idea for people who are listening to us. Of course, it helps to boost the organic reach of your content. More and more people will see this content in their news feeds, and the early engagement helps to boost the organic reach. At the same time, this is what we have discussed in the beginning. You have diversified content strategy. So you have your CEO, Konstantin, you and your CTO, and you are focusing on different buying committee members of your target accounts, and you are connecting with these different peoples. And here is the truth: the more people inside of your target prospect are aware about you and know you, the higher are the chances that you'll start a sales conversation. So that's the efficiency of this. So my question is, I wanted just to highlight the benefits of this approach. And now let's focus on this technical aspect, how you involve other people from your company in the demand generation process.
Okay, if we are talking about people of our own company, we have a special pod which help us with all of these people who are upvoting our LinkedIn post, who's liked them and who comment them. They just install some special tool in their browser, and I just, not me right now, but our content manager just managed this tool, and these guys don't need to do anything to like our post or to engage with our post. We just ask everybody in our company, and we are more than 100 experts. And okay, guys, who want to help our company in LinkedIn, who have a profile in LinkedIn, who can share your not your profile, but your time, who can spend, like, I don't know, 20 minutes to install this tool. And I don't know if I can tell which tool we are using.
No,
you tell me. Okay. Okay. This tool, and we just ask them to install this tool. I don't know, 30% of our guys just install it, and we have at least 20, 25 or 30 like at every post at the beginning of at the same time when we are posting it. It's very important because all people who will see our post, they will see that, okay, it's something interesting. Nobody want to be the first one who will like our post. Nobody want to be the first one who will comment at our post, because, okay, if nobody like it, why should I like it? If nobody like your content, why should your customer like it? But when your customers see that there are like 20 likes already, it's like, okay, I like it too. And when he just hit
the social proof,
yes, when he just hit one button, he just like your post one time, it means two very important things. All his professional network will see that he likes your post, and LinkedIn will show him your post more often than LinkedIn showed your post before. And okay, it's not very easy to make the CEO of your customer's company like your post, but they have sales managers, marketing managers, SMM managers, and they are ready to like your post if you will mention them in your post, if you will mention their company in your post. And after even their sales manager, SMM managers, marketing manager liked your post, their CEO, their CTO, their CMO, whose could be your decision makers, who was and our decision makers, they see it and they also liked it post because, okay, there are something about our companies, there are something about our niche, and it sounds good. Everybody from my company already liked it. I can like it too. That's how it works, and I analyze it. I at the beginning, I believe, I analyze every statistic of every post till 4 months, maybe. Yes, still 4 months. I analyze every post. I checked statistic of every post in different time with a different. We made a lot of experiments. We trying to upvote, not to upvote. We trying to add some images, not to add some images, to add some complicated images, to add a lot of images, to create short posts, to create long posts, to create some article, to give links, not to give links. We experiment a lot. That's why when I'm talking about all these things, I'm quite sure that it's how things works right now. That's the idea. What was the most successful stuff. And to be honest, the image in when we are talking about blog post, images are not very important in our exact niche. Images are not important at all. You can avoid it. You don't need it in blog post or in LinkedIn post. I'm so sorry, in LinkedIn post. But when we are talking about blog post, you definitely need them.
Yeah, that's all about the reader's experience, because on LinkedIn, people are scrolling the news feed, and basically, the experience and let's say the mindset of people on LinkedIn is completely different from Instagram and Facebook. On Instagram and Facebook, you can grab the attention with the image, while on LinkedIn, people want to see the professional content, and that's the most important fact. And basically, I'm doing this LinkedIn demand generation for the last 4 years. I did the same analysis, not only for myself or for my company, but also spoke to, let's say, thought leaders in the B2B marketing space, and everybody confirmed the same. There is no real difference between the content formats, post with image, without image. So that's not the most important thing. It's all about the, let's say, the quality of your content and the engagement. So how you are going to attract the attention of your target accounts. And one key takeaway I want to emphasize, I want to highlight once more, because that was really beautiful that you have described it. You need to focus as well on the other buying committee members, like in-house champions, like influencers, in your case, salespeople, marketing people. Of course, they are not decision makers, but basically they are the active users of LinkedIn. They engage with your content, they might like it, and they might start the conversation. At least, they can say, did you know these guys, from Postindustria? I saw like a brilliant market research or blog post, or just a random LinkedIn post on this topic. I thought that it might be relevant to you. And this is how you do the account penetration. This is a part of ABM. So more people inside your target accounts are aware about you, and start, so you basically seed the grains in your target accounts, and then you can leverage and get the benefits from this approach. So that was really brilliant. One technical question about the metrics. What metrics you are tracking?
Okay, when we are talking about metrics, we have some general dashboard where we are tracking new users, where we are tracking cost per click, general cost per click at our website. We are tracking the number of contacts which we are get from LinkedIn or Google Analytics, and it's a separate number, the number of contacts which we are get into our CRM. They're different because sometimes in LinkedIn or from LinkedIn or from our website, we are getting leads which are not interested for us, which are absolutely not interested for us. It's a leads, but it's a people who want to, I don't know, things which we can't give them, which we don't want because they are budget something like, I don't know, $2,000 per project, which are not interested for us at all. We're trying to understand how many contacts we are getting. After that, we are trying. Of course, we are calculating the cost of every stage of our funnel. After that, we have also some marketing qualified lead stage, and here we are talking about the guys who are getting into who we have into our CRM, but we understand that okay, they are not ready, or we are not ready, or something wrong like now. It's a and we understand that it's not a perfect match without a call. It's a guys who which we are stopped to communicate at the marketing qualified lead stage. After that, we have a call and we start to discuss some deals, and there are deals. We also it's our additional stage in our funnel. But okay, I'm talking about it, and I understand that I'm talking about funnel. And if we are talking about more general marketing metrics, it's all about every separate channel. I can tell you that, okay, we're looking at the engagement rate, because if we are talking about Google Ads experiments, or we are talking about YouTube experiments, we are not looking at it at all, because we are looking at another metrics. But when we are talking about, for example, LinkedIn posts, we are looking at number of views, number of likes, number of engagements, number of comments, of course, and what the most important, we are looking at it through the understanding of who of these people are interested for us. Oh, okay, I have an example. For example, we are boosting some LinkedIn posts. It's important for us. We upvote it, like it, and stuff like that. And if we see that somebody from our buying committee, from our opinion decision makers, or opinion leaders like it or comment it, we not only start to communicate with them, we adding it to our CRM, and after that is a part of our metrics. When it's the metric from the LinkedIn post transform into the metric into our whole funnel. It's how the stuff work in our company. We have our general dashboard with our sales funnel, to be honest, and we have different metrics in different channels. That's how we work.
I like it. And let me wrap it up. So basically what I love about this is that you are tracking the primary metrics, the business metrics, the most important metrics, and the secondary metrics, which are more important for marketing activities, for marketers. And when it comes to business metrics, I completely agree that quite often people might be biased, with the marketing metrics, saying, wow, I have like hundreds of thousands of views, or I have hundreds of thousands of likes. And that's not really the goal, because let's be honest, nowadays you can hire, freelancer on Upwork and say, okay, just find somebody, some freelancer that will just like my post. That's not the goal. The goal is to get the engagement from target accounts, and that's the most crucial part of account-based marketing programs, because if nobody from target accounts is engaging with your content, then you are just wasting your time. That's the key point. And now you have this in your CRM, and now you can at least make some forecast. Of course, you have a long and complex sales cycle, so it's not like a clear attribution. Okay, so in 1 month we'll have a, let's say, 6-figure contract, but at least okay, we have this number of sales conversations, and then we can expect more or less this number of sales qualified opportunities, let's say in 9 months or in 10 months, and then it can lead to, let's say, 2 closed deals maybe in 15 months, and this is how much money we can generate from this, and this is all about the long-term thinking. Let's quickly review. I want just maybe without long explanation. Let's just focus on several things.
Yeah, I will try.
Yeah, let's try. So you're running this program. Basically, we started a year ago, I believe, and you're running this, let's say, campaigns for 1 year. So if we'll reverse engineer everything that you were doing, and you did also as well lots of experiments. So what worked for you and what didn't work?
Okay, I'm trying to be as short as possible. Content is a king. You should have very, very good content, and you should have a lot of it, but not a lot of it. It shouldn't be very long. It should be a lot of short part of content. You can rewrite it, you can use the same content twice, 3 times, 5 times, but you should have a lot of content pieces to use them in in absolutely different channels. The second thing, LinkedIn is amazing. LinkedIn is really work, and it's work much better when we are talking about B2B business, when we are talking about big contracts, big deals, than any general channel which we are familiar with in B2C industries. LinkedIn, you can concentrate, we can concentrate all our focus, all our activities in LinkedIn, and it would be cost efficient. LinkedIn is a really amazing tool which still have space for newcomers. It's a second thing. And the third thing, you need a team. You need a team and you need a process. If you are working chaotically, you wouldn't get any efficient, you wouldn't get a success. You need a process. You should understand what do you do and why do you do it. And you need a team. If you are just a chief executive officer and you have one marketing specialist or one, I don't know, engineer or one person who can help you with it, it's enough to start, but it's not enough to succeed in a long term. You need a team. At least you need a contractors. Contractors are also a team, but you need them. You can't do everything by yourself or by the resource of one person. It's impossible. I think this should be main 3 things which I want to emphasize if we are looking at the previous 6 months, or even not 6 and 10 months, 10, 12 months, something about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. So the key takeaways are really brilliant. I completely agree with you. It's absolutely makes sense. One more question. I want to wrap up this entire case study because I feel this is really brilliant. You started, let's say, as a commodity vendor, more or less, or at least you used to operate as a commodity vendor as other companies that are doing or providing the software development services. And now you are the experts in AdTech. And I know I spoke to Konstantin, your CEO, and he told that you got the communications with some big publishers, with big fishes in this industry. And now you are associated with these companies, so which is an amazing, let's say, another impact of running these campaigns. And if you can you please summarize the key business benefits and the key indirect benefits, because you are in trenches, you know much more, you know the, let's say, behind the scenes of running this campaign. So the key business benefits of running demand generation and ABM, and key indirect benefits you gained from running these campaigns.
Okay, if we are talking about key benefits from the business point of view, I believe, okay, if we will talk about 2020, we get, like you said, 9 deals and 9 good opportunities, which we are still communicating with, and we closed one very important deal for us. And we're working with them right now, and we're a very good customer. And the important thing, and of course we are going to close more, and very important thing here, that now we have a process, we can reproduce it. And from the business point of view, it's even more important. I can share some numbers, I believe, but okay, we got a deal which was like 10 times, which help us to get 10 times more money than we even plan to get. Okay, it's a most, a general explanation which I can give you,
Yeah,
but it
it's
was
all
very, very,
because
very
of
successful.
NDA. It's all because of
Yes,
NDA, but it
yes,
absolutely makes sense. So the average contract value was 10 times higher than you expected.
yeah, yes. And it was, I believe, the most successful client. It, of course, we get it after like more than 6 months of work. It's like, I don't know, 7, 8 months of work, I believe, 8 months of ABM. And we get it. And it's not there was a, it's not the single deal. We have another deal which were closed. That's why it's so important that now we have a system, we have a process which we can reproduce, which we can repeat, and that's important stuff from the business point of view, I believe. And if we are talking about some additional benefits, I believe some additional benefits is that we can now use this method not only in the tech niche, we already use it in the another niches, and we already have communication with the top world brands who are ready to work with us. We are signing NDA right now. We are signing NDA, one of the, I don't know, top 5 world fashion brands, which everybody know because they have boutique in every capital in the world. But of course, I can tell you which brands it's exact. But it's absolutely different from the AdTech. It's a fashion, it's some technical solution for the fashion brands. It's absolutely different, but we are using the same method. We are using account-based marketing, and it's efficient in the every industry. It was the, I believe, additional bonus for our companies, that we understand that we can use it everywhere. I don't know if I'm answer your question,
Yes,
but
absolutely. Absolutely, because this is exactly, first of all, there are revenue results, and people always are interested to hear the revenue results. Unfortunately, we can't reveal the figures, but I feel people got it. I feel there is one more thing we need to add. As for the context, you have a really long sales cycle. That's why 9
yeah,
sales and really high average contract value. So that's why 9 sales qualified opportunities is like a good result, because there might be, misunderstanding. So guys are
yeah,
talking about 9 sales qualified opportunities and are really happy, but we need to give the context why we
yeah,
are happy about
of
this
course,
result.
of course.
And the second part is, I feel that you nailed the question lots of people have: how to scale the program. When I describe the ABM, I always say, let's do a pilot project, the same like we did with you. Let's find a small market. Let's do it on a small scope to get the market feedback, to see what can be improved, what can be refined. Because the truth is, unfortunately, if we are doing for the first time, definitely we'll make some mistakes, but it's not about mistakes in the process. It's more about the feedback from the market, finding how to align your message with the market, how to engage these accounts, and basically build the process. The process is the most crucial element. And now when you have an established process on a small market, you can reiterate this process, reproduce, as you said, and you can use the same process for another vertical. You can create a dedicated ABM team if you want, or you can use some of the existing resources, or you can, let's say for some companies that have, let's say, geographical presence in one region and they want to scale outside the same, they can build an external team and localize some of your, let's say, efforts adapted to their market, and voila, and now you have this scaled process. Because quite often people tend to think ABM is not scalable, it requires lots of, yes, it requires lots of work, but if you want to generate these high ticket contracts, if you want to scale revenue that way, you need to do this.
Yeah. It's absolutely true. In the things which we are doing right now, we just choose some additional niche, some additional verticals, and we are just repeating our ABM company, our ABM campaign here, and we get even better. It's of course it's even more efficient because we are doing it not the first time like it was with AdTech. And it's more efficient with the new verticals because you would be more experienced, you understand what people you need, what content you need, what should you do. And the idea that the ABM are not scalable, it's a false idea. You just, it's an illusion. You understand it when you are starting to work, when you are starting to analyze the market. You understand that inside of your market there are a lot of totally different niche and totally different, not verticals, but a totally different sub-industries which you can communicate with, which you can offer your services.
Thank you so much. It was like really a brilliant conversation, and thanks a lot for sharing all these nitty-gritty details, because, I can talk from my side, but quite often people say, okay, you have this brand, you are operating in marketing space, so it's might be a little bit easier for you, but it's always great to share some, boutique case studies, narrow market case studies, and it was really brilliant that you have shared all these nitty-gritty details. And a quick question for our listeners: if you guys are watching this video on YouTube and you have any questions regarding LinkedIn demand generation or ABM, or you want Dima to answer some additional questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, so we'll check them and answer these questions. Or if you are listening to the audio, I will drop a link to Dmitry's LinkedIn profile, so you can connect, reach out, and you can see demand generation in real time, because they are doing this every day. This is their, let's say, this is their key marketing process, so you can see how everything works. So you can find a link to Postindustria website if you are in AdTech or in fashion. Don't hesitate to reach out, and connect with Dima, follow him if you'd like to learn more about their processes, if you want to see the demand generation in real time. And if you want to implement the same things for your business, feel free to reach me out or check the link to our LinkedIn demand generation playbook. That might be helpful as well. Thanks a lot for being an awesome guest and sharing all these details.
Thank you, Andrei. Bye.
Bye-bye.